Okay, I want to give you 10 characteristics of opportunistic friends. They carry monitoring spirits, by the way. These people are not your actual friends, so these are their characteristics. Number 1, conditional support. Opportunistic friends tend to offer support or companionship only when it serves their purposes. For instance, they might be around during good times or when they need something. But when you face a challenge, they disappear, they vanish, or they give minimal support. And they only give minimal support so they can stick around and see if you fall or not, see if you fail or not. Number 2, self-interest over genuine connection. These individuals prioritize their own needs and desires over the friendship. You ever had that selfish friend, but you kept on saying he or she's going to get better, but they never do? They'll engage in conversations that revolve around what they're interested in, where they're going to succeed, or they'll bring up their problems. But when you try to say something, they do not have time for it. That is an opportunistic friend. Lack of reciprocity is number 3. In healthy friendships, there's a balance. There's a give and take. However, with opportunistic friends, you may find that you are always the one who gives. Whether it's time, whether you give resources, or just emotional support. And they rarely give anything to you back. And now they expect you to give, and they expect that they won't give anything back. Number 4, manipulative behavior. Monitoring friends who are opportunistic. They use manipulation to get what they want. They flatter you, they create a sense of obligation in you, or induce guilt to ensure that you fulfill their needs. This manipulation is subtle most of the time, so it's hard to recognize it at first, but people can never fully hide who they are, what they're doing, so eventually you notice that this is manipulation. Number 5, they exploit. They have an exploitative attitude. These friends, they take advantage of your kindness. They take advantage of your skills. They take advantage of your resources. For example, they'll ask you to assist them with a task, with a project, knowing that they won't offer to help you in return, and also knowing that they're going to take all the credit. You're going to do half the work or more, and they're going to take all the credit. Number 6, inconsistent communication. These types of friends who aren't really your friends, they reach out only when they need something, leading to inconsistent communication patterns. You call them 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, and they never call back. And when they do call back, they need to borrow some money. They need to use your car, or they need your advice. The inconsistent communication is because they don't care about you, but they care about what you can do. Number 7, jealousy and competition. These folks, there's nothing worse in your life than having a jealous or competitive friend. Instead of being supportive of what you achieve, being supportive of what you can do, they feel threatened. They feel jealous. And one thing that we know of a jealous or competitive person is they always downplay your successes. They always marginalize the things that you do. It actually makes you feel less confident in yourself. They have an ability to undercut and undermine your self-esteem. Number 8, shifting alliances. These friends can be transparent and dependent on the circumstance. That means they're transparent when it benefits them, but they're dependent, or they act a certain way towards you based on the circumstance. Opportunistic friends shift their loyalties based on who can do the most for them at any given time. They also don't mind being friends with people who aren't friends with you. You got to really get rid of people like that. Emotionally draining. If you have a friend that every time you hang around them, by the end of that day or the end of that time, you're tired and drained, that is not really your friend. That is the inside self, your amygdala, giving you that warning signal. Hey, this isn't your friend. You're hanging out with them all day. Why are you doing that? And so they drain you emotionally, and you're very tired when you're done with them. Even if you can't obviously see something wrong, you need to start moving away from people who drain you. And number 10, it is difficult to set boundaries with them. It can be challenging to set boundaries with opportunistic friends because they attempt to guilt you into compliance, into doing it their way. You need to establish your clear limits with them. This is essential. And then eventually, when you are emotionally strong enough, you need to get away from them. In this life, which we only have one as far as I know, you got to be sure that there's a distance between people as soon as you find out they're not the ones for you. When you have a friend and you discover, wow, this really isn't my friend, then you need to make it so in every way. And that starts with you getting rid of them and you living up and leading a better life.